Hey Capstone and Humbervale, hope everyone's doing well. And as we've been focusing on our prayers lately in our sermons, today for this Devo, we're going to be focusing on taking a deeper look into intercessory prayer. Now, intercessory prayer is an amazing tool used for us as Christians, not only as a key to bringing the gap between God and us together, but also as a weapon for our battle against evil that carries a lasting and godly impact. Now, first, I think we should probably take a look at Christ's intercession on our behalf, and that we can use that as an example for our own intercession. And this comes up in Romans 8, verses 31 to 34. And it says here, "What then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? He who did not spare his own Son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? Who will bring any charge against those whom God has chosen? It is God who justifies. Who then is the one who condemns? No one. Jesus Christ, who died, more than that, who is raised to life, is at the right hand of God and is also interceding for us." Now we see here that Jesus uses intercessory prayer for us, and it actually shows that Jesus is our number one intercessor. Now the word intercession itself is derived from the Latin meaning to come between. And as it says here, Jesus is at the right hand of God and is also interceding for us. His work in interceding for us has come in between, or in other words, has bridged the gap that our sin had created before, so that we can now be connected with God. Now the work of Christ dying on the cross has created an internal source of intercession, as he sits on the right hand and intercedes for us so that we may be saved. And just as Christ intercedes for us, we need to intercede for others, and we're actually called to do that. It says in Colossians 4, verses 2 to 3a, "Devote yourselves to prayer, being watchful and thankful, and pray for us too." Intercession is our way to combat the works of evil in the world by including God in those situations. Intercessory prayer is used all throughout the Bible as a weapon to combat evil. We see Paul constantly using this in his letters as he prays for churches and for the people of the church in their areas of struggle. Whether it's prayers for protection against false teaching or unity or safety, Paul is constantly looking for ways to intercede for people and therefore poses as a great example for us. Now he also in turn asks the churches and the people of the church to intercede for him as well. And without intercession, we forget to invite God into our struggles. But once we do, we see the mighty power that it brings. Now, I do understand that sometimes it's hard to think that our prayers are doing anything. It's hard to see where our prayers are going or what the impact of our prayers are, or if they have any of that sort. And now this just isn't the case. And in fact, in Revelations 8, verses 1 to 6, we learn that the judgment of God against injustice and immorality comes in response to the prayers of the saints. Even when the people of God suffered hardship and faced persecution, God has promised to hear and respond to their prayers. So even though sometimes it may seem that our prayers are not doing anything, or ultimately we can't see any of the works or the fruit of our prayers, it's being used by God and is ultimately being used in very powerful ways. So it's important to remember that our prayers are very powerful, and our intercession will be used by God whether we may see it or not. Now, I hope that came across to you guys as a message of just how powerful intercession is, how it can be used as a godly weapon with lasting impact for us, and also how Christ has used it for our salvation. Now, I encourage you guys to intercede for others, invite God into your struggles, and also invite God into the struggles of others. Whether it's your friends, people you don't know, the world, I encourage you to intercede and try to look to intercede as much as you can. I hope everyone's doing well, and I can't wait to see you guys again. I hope you enjoyed the Devo, and have a good day, Capstone and Humberville.